Alrighty, howdy neighbors, and welcome back to My Vow to My Liege. Last time I ended on a hard decision, which I have not thought about the entire time, because I'm a fool. Red versus blue. Because he can, save our lives and do all that. But he is the king. Technicality of a king.
"罪臣拜见大王。"
I forgot that he was so loud. This sinner greets your majesty. The royal guards are outside, so you can dispense with the formalities.
院内院外都是无妨，我们都该回到原本的位置了。
There are people everywhere, so we should go back to our proper roles. We'd agreed to send you back to UA, so from now onward, we're fellow kings on the same standing.
你这般倔强的性子，真让我担心。武相国已经来了，早点适应君臣界限，对你只有好处。
Your stubbornness worries me. Prime Minister Wu is already here, so the sooner you get used to boundaries, the better it will be for you. I'm not someone who is inflexible. I will convince the Prime Minister.
我指的不单单是这件事。这次你险些搭上自己的命，加上12万分的运气，才得到了你要的2权。下次。
I'm not just talking about that. This time you put your life at risk, and with incredible luck, you managed to fulfill your 2 goals. What about the next time?
龙神信徒的行动，这才开个头。以后会有多凶险，我根本不敢想。
This is only the start of the Dragon God's followers' plans. I don't dare imagine what they plan to do next.
若是你还执意不做出牺牲一边的选择，迟早会变成更坏的局面。
If you do not choose to sacrifice one side, it is only a matter of time before things start to go downhill. As if it hasn't already. Aju, I know that you are saying this for my sake, but after hearing you talk about your resolve, I am more convinced that I should take control of my own destiny and never give in without a fight. You do understand me, don't you? Guo Zheng looks at me with a complicated expression before letting out a long sigh.
没想到我那番话能被你引申成这样。
I did not know that what I said would influence you so much. Arju, we will not be able to meet often once you return to the Kingdom of Yue, but what you've done for me, I'll never forget our trip together and our time together at the Crane Stream for as long as I live.
你呀，
You. Here's my name, like fine wine that flows repeatedly from the tip of his tongue, with the feeling of helplessness, listlessness, and something else that I cannot put my finger on. I suddenly feel shy and give him a light punch to the chest. That is enough. Don't make me worry. Once we're out of this yard, I'll go back to being the good king of Neeg. Guo Zheng gives a light chuckle as they run out of the yard. Yi Guang! I get both! Hell yeah! Yi Guang, why are you spacing out?
啊，你来了。
You've come. I have. I know that you don't want me to apologize for the Zulao village. I'll do my best to make it up to them. Hello? I guess there's gonna be no voice for him. Everyone has survived the battle. it will be a huge relief if you can help them. When are you going back to the Kingdom of Neig? Today. Actually, Prime Minister Wu and Chen Feng are hoping that you will go back with us and take up the position of head priest together with Zhang Dan.
那个布阵的信徒死前有些没说完的话，我一直担心是不是封神阵出了问题。
The unfinished sentence that the follower is from that follower is still in my mind. I worry that there might be a problem with the sealing spell.
还有你身上的神蒙印，回去或许可以查出恶化的原因。
And the sacred seal on your body. If I return with you, we might be able to find the cause of the deterioration. These are the reasons why you should go back. But you don't want to return to the Kingdom of Neig. Look at the two earth mounds beneath the tree and bow deeply. Even though these are only empty tombs, they are where the souls of the previous head priest and priestess can return to at least. I can finally thank them in person. The Kingdom of Neig owes them a huge debt, as I do with Yiguang. Yiguang, Zulao village is your home. You should stay.
我说要让你活下去，并不只是为了安慰你。
I promised to find a way for you to live, for you to live on, was not just to comfort you. The Kingdom of Neig still has Zhang Dan, and we have also found another secret artifact, like the Sacred Ding. Dragon God's followers are just bluffing, so pay them no mind.
你我都知道，封神之事没那么简单。
You and I both know that executing God is not a simple matter. I know, but I've gone through so many hurdles. This time will not be the only one. You've already sacrificed too much for me. This amulet should be returned to its rightful owner.
不行，你现在尤其需要余裕的保护，我不会收回它的。
No, you need the amulet's protection. I will not take it back. Even in the human sacrificial array, I could feel that you have already exhausted too much of your magic to bring the three of us back.
你又不是巫女。
You are not a mage. I spent many years with the amulet constantly at my side, so of course I could feel it. If not, how could the followers hurt you?
怪我这些年只在变戏法玩了，才没掌握好力道。
I blame myself for wasting all these years just putting on magic tricks and failing to hone myself properly in the art of magic. No matter how you spin it, it will never change the fact that you've incurred the wrath of the Dragon God's followers for helping us. The hatred for the Shi clan runs deep. Once they find out who you are, they will never let you go.
待我恢复力量，重建守阵，那帮歹人连河岸都来不了。
Once I've recovered my strength and rebuilt the protective barrier, those people will not even be able to set food on the riverbank. What happens if they come tomorrow to put the amulet to protect yourself in the village?
那你自己呢？
What about you? Knowing that you're safe will bring me great comfort. Once you find your yin fish, I'll have no more regrets. Yiguang, you should listen to me, just this once, so that I can leave here with peace of mind.
你怎么这么傻呀？
You're so silly. Who isn't silly in comparison to a genius like you?
少君，起风了。
My liege, we're ready to set sail. It's time to go. You don't have to send us off, lest it increases the pain of parting. Fling my hands out to gesture the boat to set sail without turning around. Oh, sorry, I didn't realize. My bad. After going through all the constant changes happening on this trip, I just realized that spring is already coming to an end. Beyond the green and luscious trees that line both sides of the bank in the peaceful village that now lies in ruins as it waits to be rebuilt, I sigh softly in hopes that a jinx like me will never set foot in Zulao village again.
少君，船头风大。
My liege, the bar of the boat is very windy. You're patient yourself. Don't worry about me. What is
岸
it?
边有动静。
It's moving on the bank of the river. It's the villagers. I'm surprised a group of people step out at the shadow of the trees. Amongst them are some familiar faces. But they are still mourning for the friends and family that they had lost. They wave their hands at us as they wish us a bon voyage. Suddenly, I feel a mantle being draped over my shoulders and notice that Chin Feng is standing beside me. I still remember the time the three of us, Yiguang, you and I, were younger and we stood still on the river like we are right now.
都过去了。
It's all in the past. Yeah, it's all in the past. Time, like a big river, continues to flow onward. The flow of the river takes us further and further away, till the banks grow smaller and smaller. But I do not see Yiguang. When we get out of the tributary river, we switch to a bigger boat to get back to Niig. When we're switching boats on the bank of the river, a few ministers that I'm unfamiliar with greet me. They look a little pale.
臣恭迎少君。
I welcome you, my liege. Hey, minister, who are these people on the bank?
皆是越王亲族。
They are the relatives of the king of Yue. Did you really take them hostage?
既然越王亲口承诺，便无不妥。你说呢，勾践？
I hate this man. Fuck this man. It's King of Yue himself who swore upon their lives to prove his loyalty. Right, Guo Zhen?
吴相国说的是。不过现在女公子已经得救，大王也平安归来，罪臣恳请大王释放他们归家。会稽城会派船来接。
God, this man. Prime Minister Wu was right. And now that we have rescued the princess and your majesty safe and sound, I beg that you will let them return back to their homes while we send you back on the ships that we have prepared.
越王是不愿我吴国军船进出越国吗？
Does the king of Yue disapprove of having the naval ships of the kingdom of Niig entering and exiting his territory? Prime Minister, Guo Zhen has made amends for his sins by his good deeds. Guo Zhen, we will allow you to say goodbye to your family. Guo Zhen bows to me in gratitude for disembarking on the bank.
为何要放过他？
Why letting him off so easily? Prime Minister, Guo Zhen saved me many times and brought the royal guards, who were undercover, out of danger. Isn't that enough to prove his loyalty?
只是时机未到，他能隐忍罢了。
He's only holding out until the time is right. This is just the Prime Minister's biasness talking.
狐狸尾巴终有露出来的时候。不过目前最大的隐患是那个释夷光。
It's only a matter of time before he exposes himself. But the most dangerous one right now is Shi Yiguang. Prime Minister.
他全族都死于先王之手，有什么理由不恨吴国？猛虎已经显露獠牙，却不关进笼子里，说不定转头就会咬死少君。
The whole Shi clan died at the hands of the former king. So how can he not hate the kingdom of Niig? If the tiger who bears his fangs at you is not caged up, who knows when he will bite you to death, my liege? Why do I always have to see the worst in people?
少君，你应该知道，臣是如何从楚国人成为吴国相国的。
My liege, you should know how I escaped the kingdom of Chu and became the prime minister of the kingdom of Niig. I can only stay silent. I'm not gonna pity you. Knowing that Wu Zishu's past is full of betrayal and hurt makes me unable to pass judgment on him. I can. His cautious and calculating character indeed serves me well, as they make up for my innocent impulses. I still do not believe that Yiguang betrayed the kingdom of Niig.
少君，看。
My liege, look. Seldom do I see Chen Feng look surprised. So look at the back of the boat to where his finger is pointing. We whip our heads around to see a handsome and elegant figure standing on a narrow and small boat coming toward us from far away. I look at Chen Feng and Wu Zishu, but they both look just shocked as I am. The boatman rows tirelessly against the current until it stops just under the shadow of our boat. What's up, dude? Gives us a light-hearted laugh as he raises his hand. Who else could it be if it isn't Yi Guang? There's just a blur with tears as tears threaten to flow.
我之所愿，至今未变。是一光，愿随大王归吴。
Sorry. My wish has not changed. I will go back to the kingdom of Neeg with your majesty. Chapter 7. Cool. Oh, math. I wasn't expecting a nap. The boat returns to Neeg. As I reach the Neeg Palace, the officers on duty sit in front of me with over a dozen letters from the envoy of Kui, Gongsun Yi, urgently inquiring about the princess. I feel guilty when I think about how much longer the trip took than 2 days than we had promised. I immediately called for him after a short rest. I didn't anticipate that he would scold me from the get-go.
大王当日将我哄骗回驿馆也就罢了，这么些日子一直关着我们，连门都不准出。我低声下气恳求卫兵带信，大王却根本不予理睬。
Majesty, I know I argued with you in court the other day, but it is too much when you put us under house arrest for so many days. I had to beg with the guards to send my letters to you, or your majesty ignores me.
堂堂吴国竟然囚禁外邦使臣，实在是有辱我齐国国威。外臣这就禀报齐公，吴军欺人太甚。
Who would have thought that the dignified kingdom of Neeg would imprison a foreign dignity? This is such an insult to Kui's good name. I report this to the king of Kui. I should have looked at Wu Zishu. This is definitely his doing. I'm the one getting scolded for it. Wu Zishu stands calmly at my side while completely ignoring Gongsun Yi. I love the chibis. We did not anticipate that we would need so much time to treat her, and we apologize for it. Prime Minister, did you not tell Mr. Gongsun that the princess was poisoned?
臣已经告知过先生了。
I did inform him.
说是说了，可面都不让见，外臣怎知真假？
I was informed about it. Now I confirm it, as I am unable to see it. So it is the Prime Minister's fault.
请少君责罚。
Please punish me, My Liege.
你们君臣不用一唱一和的，女公子究竟怎么样了？
We stop singing the same tune. How is the princess now? The princess is safe and sound. She is now resting in the back room of the palace. We will take you now to see her.
少将公子，
Princess Xiaozhang. Please don't be so anxious. The poison has already left her body, and she will awaken after resting for a few days.
几日？大王上次说的几日，真是度日如月呢。
Few days. Last time we said that, it lasted almost a month.
如果先生不信我们吴国的医官，完全可以写信给齐公。当然，希望先生就事论事，别把没照顾好女公子，导致她私自闯入吴国祭庙的事，推到我们少君头上。
If Mr. Gongsun does not believe the doctor at the Neeg Palace, you can write a letter to the Kui Palace. Of course, I hope that you will also honestly explain to your king why the princess, that you should be looking after, broke into Neeg's forbidden mausoleum temple and got into trouble on her own accord, lest our king gets the blame.
武相公，你
Prime Minister Wu, you. Prime Minister, the princess is young and ignorant. It is only natural that she would want to explore the outside world. I believe that the king of Kui is not an unreasonable person and will understand your difficult position, Mr. Gongsun. Gongsun Yi's expression suddenly turns hesitant.
少君若是不计较，臣自然也没什么好说的。只看公孙先生怎么想了。
I have nothing to say if you, my liege, are not going to pursue this any further. Now all that is left is to see what Mr. Gongsun thinks about this.
我们再无多日，却没能带给我主公一些好消息，大王叫我如何下笔呀
We have been here in Niig for many days without any good news. How should I account for it to my king? Gongsun Yi is a rash person, but he's not stupid. Look, isn't he bargaining with me now? Well, it isn't like we don't have good news. Our initial plan was to establish good relations with the North. After discovering Xiaozhang is the owner of the Secret Dagger, an artifact that is needed to break the Secret Vow, and something that's hard to come by, the opportunity it presented was far too good to pass up. This would destroy any chance of happiness in Xiaozhang's future. Wu Zishu and I look at each other, and I knew that even if I don't say anything, he would say it for me. Mr. Gongsun, please inform the Kui's king of our intentions of marriage, while we prepare bridal gifts. After the memorial rituals for the former king is over in July, we will let Xiaozhang come to Niig.
好好好，待我回到驿馆，即刻去信告知我公。不过少江公子的情况。
Good. I will go back to my lodging and immediately write a letter to my king. But first is Xiaozhang's condition. You can visit her any time. You need to report this. Oh, if you need to report this to the king of Kui, then we will have the doctor explain it to you in detail.
外臣拜谢大王。
This foreign envoy thanks your majesty. I sent for Yi Guang. Yi Guang comes over to explain things to Gongsun Yi in a simple and clear way. Yi Guang also manages to quell Gongsun's worries with his sincere and warm personality. Yi Guang, you did a good job.
少君，既然是夷光回到吴国，就应当遵循君臣之礼。
My liege, since Shi Yi Guang is back in the kingdom of Niig, you should observe our traditions and pay his proper respects to you. Hearing that, Yi Guang ignores it, but wears a more serious expression on his face.
少君，我想去虎丘查看封神阵。
My liege, I would like to go to Tiger Hill and examine the seal on the god. His ring finger and his pinky finger. Those don't look like shadows. But I don't remember seeing those like gloves on him before. I shoved my way to his head. Wu Zishu does not say a word, but eyes Yi Guang with suspicion. Yi Guang, are you sure that you want to go there?
当年的事情我大致都明白了。现在对我来说，那就是一个关乎吴国生死存亡的地点而已。
I roughly understand what happened all those years ago. Now to me, the place is just an important place for the kingdom of Niig.
先生这话说的倒是洒脱，当真是非同凡响啊！
You make it sound so easy and incredibly ordinary.
多谢相国赞赏。
I thank the Prime Minister for his praise. Yi Guang's brazen response leaves Wu Zishu speechless. I had my reservation, but now I'm holding back my laughter. Yi Guang has a point. We have just placated the envoy of Kui, so we cannot drag Xiaozhang into any more dangerous situations. But the crack in the sacred ding concerns me deeply.
既然少君已有决断，那便立即起行，早去早回吧。您多日不在国内，政务不宜再堆积了。
Since my liege has made the decision, there is no sense of delaying. Your many days of absence have caused a lot of work to pile up. Wu Zishu gives me a hand-on-hand salute. He shoots Yi Guang a warning look before leaving. Yi Guang cannot help but sigh.
少君被保护得真好啊！
Oh, it is. It's like a glove. Why have I never noticed that before? Why only on 2 fingers? Like, even if it's like a rider's glove, it's on 3. The middle, the ring, and the what's it called? The pinky. And when it's an artist's glove, it's the thumb and index finger, right? I think also the middle finger, but I don't think so. I think it's just the first 2. I don't know what kind of glove he's wearing. My Liege is so well protected. You talk about the Prime Minister. Aha! He pulls us outside in the dead of winter for a sparring match. He locks us up for 3 days to do paperwork. So we guess we were well protected. Yi Guang only laughs wordlessly, without any empathy.
少君，臣也要随你出宫。
My Liege, I will also follow you out of the palace. Here we go again. How many times do we have to chase you back?
身为武士，一点小伤无碍。
A little wound like this is nothing for a warrior like me, says the person whose soul literally left his body. It is not a matter of flesh wounds. If Xiao Zhang, with all her magical powers, has been so greatly wounded by the magical array, how much more taxing is it on a normal person like you? It's been a few days since we got back, and you still look so tired.
少君出宫，却没有臣的护卫，臣一样不能安心。
My liege, I cannot rest easy knowing that you're going out of the palace without my protection. No means no. Go back and rest.
移光，
Yi Guang.
这招对我没用，而且身为医生，我可不会替你说情。
Don't look at me. As a doctor, I cannot speak in your favor. His puppy eyes are working on me. I definitely feel guilty if I do not bring him along. First he sees my hesitation when Yi Guang gives me a wink.
不过，老关在屋子里，精神反倒不好。出去散散心，倒也没问题。
Freaking Yi Guang. But it is true that it's no good for his morale if we keep him locked up at home all the time. Perhaps it wouldn't hurt for him to come along with us. Then we should all go together.
诺。
Understood. Fucking idiot.
罪臣也请和大王同行。
I, the sinner, also request to go with your majesty. Every single one of you, going out on official business and not out for a stroll.
罪臣的嫌疑既然已经洗清，就该回虎丘守灵了。
Since I'm clear to suspicion, it is time for me to return and keep watch over Tiger Hill. Fine, let us be off. Gang's all here, baby. Even though we have quite a few people with us, our trip to Tiger Hill is a silent one. Yi Guang is meditating. Chen Fang is trying to heal up, and Gorjang did not think he had the right to be in the same carriage as us, and so he is walking on foot outside. Gorjang bids farewell to us when he sees the familiar stone hut. I cannot contain myself when I see the lonely figure walking down the overgrown path and call out to him. Aju. Gorjang hesitates for a bit before coming to a halt. We will not forget the promise we made with Aju.
阿九，相信大王。
Aju believes in your majesty. I give a soft sigh. I'm afraid I can no longer call him by that name for much longer. By the time we arrive, Zhang Dan, who was informed of our coming, is already waiting for us with a few priests. He even helps me out of the carriage personally.
大王气色良好，定然是越国神医之功。
Your majesty seems to be in good health. I take it was the work of the doctor in the kingdom of Yue. Head priest, today I bring you the miracle doctor. Zhang Dan eyes the man behind me with curiosity and a warm smile.
正旦见过先生。
Zhang Dan greets the gentleman.
大柱，你不记得我了吗？
Head priest, do you remember me?
似乎有些印象，不过很抱歉，我想不起来了。
You look familiar, but I'm very sorry. I cannot remember who you are. After the incident, most of Ni's priests and priestesses had died, as the Zhang clan were the most renowned in all of Ni, Chu and Yue. The former king invited their heir to become our head priest, so you wouldn't have had the chance to meet.
小时候，先父曾带我去拜访过郑家村，因此见过。
My father once brought me to the village of the Zhang clan when I was young, so we had met before.
难道
Could be.
在下施一光，见过大主。
I'm Shi Yiguang. I greet the head priest.
哎呀，真是失礼了。我从小便听说施家是无野巫祝之首，施家少主更是有稀世之才，是当之无愧的天下第一巫祝。
Homie literally said, "Ayaya." Forgive my rudeness. Ever since I was young, I've always been told that the Shi clan had the most powerful mages in all of Ni and Yue. Their heir is also the rarest and greatest mage in the world.
都是世人过度美化，没那么夸张。
This is just exaggerations.
我倒觉得，今日一见，世人所言非虚。我一直是知道施先生的，只是多年不见，今日居然没能认出来，着实不该。
Now that I've met you, I realize that it is all true. I should have known it was you, but after all these years, I could not recognize you. It is my bad.
确实是很久之前的事了，认不出实属常事。
It has indeed been a long time. It's only natural that you would not recognize me.
先生大度，正旦何其有幸，居然迎来此等贵客，快请进。
You're very forgiving. It is my good fortune to be able to welcome you here. Please come in. It's rare for us to see the head priest praise somebody so much that we are beginning to feel embarrassed.
大柱抬爱，少君，我们直接去封神镇。
The head priest is just taking good care of me. My liege, let us go to the sacred ding. Now my head and explain things to Zhang Dan. Being eager to see the Shi's magic, he takes us directly to the sword pond. As the cold air from the sword pond rushes up towards us, I glance at Yiguang. Even though I know that he has accepted the past even more than I have, I'm still worried that he might not be able to take the mental and emotional anguish seeing a place where his clansmen died. But his expression remains unchanging while he stares intently at the place that is filled with sacred swords.
大柱，这剑阵可是郑家的镇气之术。
Head priest, is this sword formation a Zhang clan's guard formation?
先生好眼力，这里灵气极盛，却不知何故流向混乱，我便以剑结阵，重整气脉，导向大鼎那里镇压龙神。至今已有5年了。
You have a good eye. All those places are full of strong magical powers. They are strangely fragmented and scattered. Therefore, I used the sword formation to gather all the powers together, and used it to reinforce the powers of the sacred ding to suppress the dragon god. I've been using this formation for 5 years now. Yiguang bows once to see the swords, and sadly makes his way to the sacred ding. Through the path that Zhang Dan opens. Zhang Dan shoots me a quizzical look, but I can only shake my head. Zhang Dan does not know the truth. If he did, would he still want to become Ni's head priest? Much of the powers who are now escaping from the sword formation are the spirits of the Shi clan. When we failed to kill the dragon god all this years ago, the head priestess used her life to seal him in the ding. But before her spell could take full effect, Mage Zan interrupted it, and nearly freed the god. It was then that the Shi clan came up with an even better method of sealing the god. A method done better dead than alive. To this day, I still don't know if my father was just desperate and cold-blooded, or if he went mad. Under his orders, the Shi clan was annihilated, and their demise was blamed on an accident that was supposed to have happened while they were moving the ding. The cover story ran so deep that I ended up impersonating my third brother and took his place as crown prince. While old friends have returned to the place of tragedy, nothing has changed except he and I.
少君，这大鼎何时裂开的？
My liege, you know when this crack first appeared on the sacred ding? That priest and us only discovered it about a month ago. Why? I reached out and touched the big crack in the ding's belly in bewilderment. The crack was getting larger and deeper. At first, it was only on the outside. You couldn't see the inside.
刚刚大柱也说，5年前结阵之时灵气极盛，现在却感觉弱了很多。即使为镇压龙神元魂有所损耗，也不至于这么快。
The head priest said that it was 5 years ago that the magical powers started to gather here. But now, I feel like they've weakened a lot. Even if they deteriorated from the strain of suppressing the dragon god, it shouldn't be to this extent. After that consideration, Iguanga pulls out a silver thread from his sleeve and attaches it to the ear of the ding. A flash of blue light moves along the silver string as he knits his brows.
鼎内神力确实在不断流失，和少江的情形颇相似。
The divine power of the ding is leaking out continuously. It seems to be very similar to Xiao Zheng's situation. The human sacrificial array. Could the dragon god's followers have already infiltrated below the sword pond?
但我在这里驻守数年，也是这次齐国女公子的事情，才见到了龙神信徒啊。
But I've been guarding this place for many years, and the only time I've seen them was when they kidnapped the Princess of Kui.
一时半会儿我也不能确定，但大鼎之力会如此衰竭，肯定不正常。
I cannot say for sure how, but it is definitely not normal for the sacred ding's power to be so weak. I'll go and have someone investigate this right now.
少君，我想请你准备一些法物，我打算留在剑池调查。
My liege, I need you to prepare a few magical items for me, as I will be staying here at the sword pond to investigate this further.
施先生说的极是，少君大动干戈，反倒没有以巫术寻找神力流向来的有效。至于法物，祭庙里存着的也比蜈蚣多了，就由我来协助先生吧。
Mr. Shi has a point. It would be pointless if my liege were to make a fuss and get someone who does not have any magical powers to investigate this matter. As for people with magical powers, we have more people here at the temple than you do at the Palace of Ni, so let me help Mr. Shi.
那就请大主准备好法物后，封闭墓室3天。起封前，不要让人靠近地面水池的入口。
Then I will ask the head priest to help me prepare these magical items and seal up this place for the next 3 days. Please make sure that there is no one around the exit before you unseal the place. What do you think, head priest?
封神阵本来就是施家所设，有施先生调查，应该说是事半功倍。守墓护法的事情，尽管交给我好了。
The seal on the ding is designed by the Shi clan, so it would take less time and effort for Mr. Shi to investigate this matter. Leave it to me to guard and seal this place. We think back on my experience with the magical array. I start to break out into cold sweat. They see my expression, and naturally think that it is the cold that is hurting me. This is that I go back to the temple.
少君，
My liege. Hi, you didn't come in with us.
陈峰，这几日我不在蜈蚣，你切记别去做危险的工作，锻炼也不可。
Chunfeng, these next few days while I'm out of the Neek Palace, please do not do anything dangerous, not even as an exercise. If we have to follow the doctor's orders, if we have to follow the doctor's orders, so must you.
诺。
Understood. You look so sad.
少君，我还得将余玉托付给你。
My liege, I need to entrust you with the amulet once again. The one takes the amulet that is dangling from his waist and hands it to me, but I stop him. If he does so, he would render my resolve useless, and I returned it to him. Without the amulet, wouldn't your powers be divided?
这次和上次不一样，不需要我们内外同时对付敌人，你只管放心。
This is not the same as last time. This time we don't need to fight the enemy simultaneously, inside and outside of the magical array, so please don't worry. But
我总觉得神蒙印突然恶化，与大鼎裂开有什么关系？雨雨能镇压邪气，还是你带着比较好。
I have a feeling that the sudden advancement of the Sacred Seal has something to do with the crack in the ding. The amulet can suppress its evil aura, so it will be better for you to hold on to it.
有我协助先生，少君你尽管放心。
I'll protect Mr. Shi, so please don't worry, my liege. Yi Guang nods at me. I take the amulet and bow to the two of them. I'll leave the matter of the seal of the Dragon God in your hands. I return to the Neat Palace to find Wu Zishu still working on the backlog of documents. He raises his head to look at me, and seeing no one else around, goes back to his work.
少君，剑池那边情况如何？
My liege, how are things back at the Sword Pond? The crack on the Sacred Ding is getting wider. Yi Guang said that the divine powers are leaking out, much like Xiao Jing's case.
果然是龙神信徒搞的鬼。郑旦怎么说？
So is the Dragon God's followers' handiwork. What did Zheng Dan say? The head priest and Yi Guang both agreed that it would be faster to use their magical powers to investigate it, so Yi Guang will be staying at the Sacred Pond. Wu Zishu stops his work and looks at me with an unsatisfied expression.
少君，臣以为你一定会考虑周到，便没有提醒你。让那个施遗光留在剑池，实在大为不妥。
My liege, I thought you knew better, so I said nothing about it. But leaving Shi Yi Guang at the Sword Pond would be dangerous for you. Prime Minister, it is you who told us to bring Yi Guang back. So why don't you trust him?
少君怎么就不想想，封神阵是他施家所设，他要破阵易如反掌，顷刻之间便可放出龙神，令吴国覆灭。
My liege, please think about it. Because the seal is designed by the Shi clan, it'd be easy for him to break it and release the Dragon God, who would decimate the kingdom of Neig. I've been trying to tell you that Yi Guang bears no grudge against the kingdom of Neig this whole time. If he didn't save us or Xiaozheng, the kingdom of Neig might not be here today.
人心难测，他昨日也许还顾念少君，今日见到他血亲一族丧命之地，难保不起复仇之念。
It is hard to fathom the human heart. He may have been missing my liege yesterday, but when he sees the place where his family is buried today, his feelings of hatred and thoughts of vengeance may surface. According to you, Prime Minister, the world has nobody who is worthy of our trust.
勾践也好，施遗光也好，与吴国都有血海深仇，凭什么让人信？臣本意是将他们就近看管，可不是让少君把他们当朋友的。
We had Grosjean. God, what is his name? I'm gonna go Grosjean. Jane. There you go. Grosjean. Or Shi Yi Guang. They both have good reason to hold a grudge against the royal family, the royal house of Neig. So how can we trust them? My intention was for you to keep an eye on them, and not for you to become their friend. First you want us to break the sacred vow. Then you restrict me at every turn. Must you wait until the Dragon God has escaped before you will give us the authority to act? Wu Zishu throws his pen violently down, flushing ink in all directions. He glares at me with so much anger that I thought that he would throw the documents at me as well.
少君的话是什么意思？
My liege, what are you implying?
你在怀疑臣的用心吗？
Are you doubting my loyalty? I'm not. It is you who has been doubting our judgment time and time again.
是吗？既然少君自以为了解施遗光，那么你一定知道他这5年去过哪些地方，又做过哪些事情了。
Oh, really? As you understand Shi Yi Guang so well, I'm sure you know what he has been doing and where he's been these past 5 years. He's He's been living like a hermit in Zaolao village.
是他说的，还是你猜的？
Did he tell you that, or did you assume that?
那就让臣来告诉少君，释夷光在3年前那场吴越大战中，救治过不少越国士兵。勾践被围在会稽山，打算鱼死网破的时候，也是他成书劝说勾践珍惜亲族和士兵性命，勾践才提出和谈的。
Well, let me tell you, my liege. 3 years ago, during the war with the kingdom of Yue, Shi Yiguang saved a lot of Yue's soldiers. God damn. When Yiguang was cornered at... Now this one is not fair. Kuaiji Hill? Where we were supposed to have a Pyrrhic? I don't know war terms. Victory. It was he who sent the letter to Guojing, advising Yue to surrender. Yiguang did not tell us anything about it, but knowing him, that is to be expected.
战场上为敌方做事，他的立场早就不言自明了。而且当初勾践说是为少君寻访名医，才找到了夷光。臣却以为两人在3年前就已经相识，一个故意欺骗，一个隐瞒不说，定然有什么阴谋。
His position with the enemy speaks volumes on where he stands. And Guo Zhang said he found Yiguang when he was searching for a doctor for you. But they have probably met each other in person 3 years ago. One lied, and the other deliberately stayed silent. It is a conspiracy.
斯人已逝，与人世间切断了联系。活着的人，又何必强留住那些爱恨往事，用来束缚自己的人生呢？
The dead are no longer with us, so why do the living need to claim to chain themselves to emotions of the past?
我知道，我一定会让你活下去的。我会治好少将，也会想办法阻止神盟印恶化。
I know. I will definitely find a way for you to live on. I will save Xiaozhang and at the same time find a way to break the sacred seal.
相信我。
Please believe me. We believe in Yiguang, so the Prime Minister doesn't need to say anything more.
仅仅凭着儿时印象就轻信某人，少君这般愚蠢任性，真是太令臣失望了。
You will believe anyone just based on your childhood friendship with them. My Liege's naivete is very disappointing. Prime Minister, we're your sovereign.
既然少君固执己见，臣也无话可说，
As you stubbornly
容臣告退。
As you stubbornly cling to your opinion, I will say no more. I will retire now. Wu Zishu rolls up his unfinished documents and stalks out of the room. I watch his back walking further away as I get increasingly furious. Without any other way to vent my anger, I pick up the scrolls on the table and smash them into the ground. Ever since that day, Wu Zishu and I will meet at courts to discuss official matters in the most impersonal way before coldly parting ways. Under the circumstances, Wu Zishu has a point. Compared to my irrational trust in others, it would be more logical to be aware of them. Wu Zishu might have felt more reassured if I had not sealed up the mausoleum and let Zhang Dan stay there to protect Yiguang. But I will not do that. Furthermore, if there is no mutual trust between all involved with this latest incident, we might all be dead by now. And it was the former king's trust in Wu Zishu that helped put the previous king on the throne and helped him achieve such great accomplishments. If you do what is right, then there should be no need for regrets or apologies. For all these years, Wu Zishu and I have been mutually supporting and trusting each other. This is the first time that we're giving each other the cold shoulder. I feel terrible about it. Chen Fang, We're going to visit Xiaojiang. Yeah. And since you are in no condition to go, you please let the Prime Minister know. Forget it. Let's go see what the Prime Minister is up to.
诺。
Understood. Although Xiaojiang is still not in a fully awake state, she is not fully unconscious either. The maids who are attending to her needs tell me that she will do things in a dreamlike state. That she won't die from lack of food or drink. She's probably having a lot of dreams. She would talk in her sleep from time to time, and from the sound of it, it seems like she's having good-natured banter with someone. I can't help but smile at the young, carefree girl. The sacred dagger laying on the ground next door is no longer glowing with the strange, eerie light. It just looks like a common dagger now. I hear a sobbing sound coming from behind me, as I was just about to leave.
哥哥，对不起。
I'm sorry, elder brother. Xiaojiang.
哥哥，
Older brother. She's dreaming about her home and family. I hope the tears in the corners of Xiaojiang's eyes, and lament the fact that a lovely girl like her would be so adorable even when she's crying. I don't know if her brother has read my letter of reply regarding marriage.
少君，
My liege. Is the Prime Minister still doing well? Yes. Want to say something? Just say it. There's no reason to hesitate.
相国刚刚去城外大营调了一队精锐，前往虎丘。
This goddamn fool. The Prime Minister has just dispatched an army of elite soldiers, and they are marching toward Tiger Hill. What? Wu Zishu is losing his mind. Jinfeng, prepare the carriage. We're going to Tiger Hill. Although we have our differences, Wu Zishu has never gone against the orders or undermined my authority as king. If he did, then Guozheng would have died 800 times already. I'm angry and puzzled. He has watched Yi Guang, Chen Feng, and I grow up, so I see so against Yi Guang. We're about to reach Tiger Hill. I see Wu Zishu leading the troop of soldiers on horseback. Wu Zishu, you dare!
少君，虎丘出事了。
At least something has happened on Tiger Hill. Wu Zishu hears my voice. He guides his horse to the side of the carriage. Like the cold looks he has been giving me lately, his expression is now troubled, which is rare for Wu Zishu. What do you mean?
你看，
Take a look. It's foggy. I look in the direction he's pointing, and what I see shocks me. Thick fog hides the whole of Tiger Hill. The only thing that can be seen is the light that comes from the temple at the top of the hill, as it pierces through the fog. But there is still some ways to go before we get there. Our throats are already starting to itch, and our bodies are becoming sluggish. It's not a usual fog. It is like the miasma of a hidden forest.
臣前日派人监视虎丘情况，下令事无巨细都需昼夜每个时辰不间断的汇报。结果今天下朝时，值守的家老禀告说，没有接到消息，臣就立刻带兵赶来了。
A few days ago, I sent someone to keep an eye on the situation at Tiger Hill, with orders that a report is to be sent every 2 hours without fail. Today, after court, I received word that the report hasn't come in yet, so I immediately brought the army here. What became of the people who were watching Tiger Hill?
不知道，连守兵都全被隐没在这浓雾里，不知去向了。
I don't know. Even the guards are all hidden in the fog. Could the King of UA even be? Yeah. Prime Minister, did you hear that?
像是野兽在叫。
Sounds like the call of a wild animal. Here's something similar when we were in the human sacrificial array. It doesn't sound good. Let's go up the hill.
不行，刚才我派人进到雾气里试探，结果他们走出100十来步，就觉得浑身灼痛，透不过气来，只好撤回来了。
Don't. Just now I sent the troops into the fog to check things out. But they were forced to come back when they started to feel pain all over and couldn't breathe within 100 yards from here. Zishu pointed to the grass along the dirt path, and indeed there were fewer soldiers lying there. Their faces were twisted in pain as they fought for air. So it is miasma. The whole hill is like this. There's no other way to get to the top. Woozy Shoes shakes his head. All there is the flickering light that comes to the temple through the fog. Light seems as weak as a candle flaming in the wind, suddenly faced with an indecision of whether to advance or retreat.
可否从水道入深？
Could we use the stream to go up the hill? It's a good idea. The miasma should not be able to affect the water. We can dive underwater with bags of air to help get us there.
是指之前追击龙神信徒的水道？那河的深度足以求水吗？
You're referring to the time we chased after the Dragongod's followers. Is it deep enough for us to dive into water?
应该足够。但现在我们要反着从外向内走，雾中视线不好，又在水底，恐怕要迷路。
It should be deep enough. However, it will be easy for us to lose our way in the fog, not to mention that we will need to dive our way in from the outside. This miasma is unnatural. Waiting will not help. We must go up the hill.
少君说的是，我们带一部分人上去，其余的人回营带增援过来，在安全的地带围住虎丘。现在就开始召百姓回城，瘴气蔓延到山脚，立刻关闭城门。
My Liege is right. Let's take a portion of men with us. The rest of the men will go back and bring more reinforcements to surround Tiger Hill at a safe distance. Now is the time for civilians to return to the capital. The miasma is slowly advancing down the hill. So close the city gates immediately. Prime Minister, are you coming with us? Then again, if anything should happen to us, we will need you here to support the kingdom on our behalf.
虎丘要是真有万一，还有国可守吗？
If anything should happen on Tiger Hill, what kingdom would there be for me to support? I gaze back at Gorshore City from a distance and accept what the Prime Minister said. If the Dragongod breaks free from the seal, then I'm afraid that there will be no one left alive in the city. A dozen fearless men volunteered to follow us up the hill as we made our way to the stream just outside the hill. The banks on both sides of the stream are steep. The vegetation there is dense, but they hope to reduce the miasma in the water. Chen Feng goes above water to check in which direction we need to go in. The rest of us remain underwater, where it's safer than expected, and use the bags of air when required.
陈峰，不能离开水太久。你看清楚了吗？
Chen Feng, you cannot leave the water for long. Are you sure this is the direction?
看着左边比较眼熟。
The way to left looks more familiar. The way to left.
少君，还是等陈峰确定了再走吧。带来的空气不够我们走冤枉路。
My liege, we should wait until Chen Feng is sure before we make a move. We don't have enough air to reroute back. We cannot let him do what is beyond him. In any case, let's rely on our intuition.
嘘，
Rude. Sishu immediately pulls me behind him. Chen Feng, like an eagle on the hunt, leaps out of the water and dashes into the forest on the right. Feng is still injured. There's an enemy.
那也是陈峰的职责。
That is his duty.
啊！
Hey! Something man's scream could be heard. It stops as quickly as it starts. I rush out from behind the Prime Minister as soldiers draw their swords. See the shadows moving inside the miasma, on the opposite bank of the river. Shortly thereafter, we hear Chen Feng shouting at us with a raspy voice from that direction.
少君，是弓箭！
My liege is Guozheng. In that, he brings out the higher and withered Guozheng. As we let our sigh relief. It's good to know that Aju is fine.
勾践，虎丘山变成这副鬼德行，是不是你又做了什么？
Guozheng, did you do anything for Tiger Hill to become like this? Prime Minister. Guozheng seems to have not taken any offense to what Wuzi Shu said as he bows to him.
回禀大王、相国，昨天晚上虎丘山顶突然起了大雾，罪臣本打算靠近查看，没想到雾气中冲出几个身体腐烂的士兵。
To reply, Your Majesty and the Prime Minister, last night, the top of Tiger Hill suddenly became foggy. I went to check it out, but a horde of soldiers with rotting bodies came charging out of the fog.
你怎么不向山下守兵报告？
Why did you not go down Tiger Hill to report this?
雾气弥漫太快了，罪臣在雾中跑了一段，身体内外就像火烧似的疼，只好跳到附近的河水中。天亮后，罪臣才顺着河道向山外走，本意就是去通报大王，不料半路就遇见你们了。
The fog came too fast. I tried running in the fog, but within a matter of minutes my body started to hurt like it was on fire. I could only run to a nearby stream. After dawn broke, I tried to follow the stream out of the hill. I was going to report this to your majesty, then I bumped into you here. That's good. You're the only one who is most familiar with Tiger Hill. Please bring us up the hill.
上山？大王，现在山上鬼魅横行，这实在太危险了。
Up the hill? Your Majesty, the hill right now is overrun with evil things. It is too dangerous. We know, but we need to get up the hill.
请容罪臣见允，即使西子在山顶，也不值得大王豁出性命这样相救。
Please forgive me for being forward. Mr. Zaishi is on top of the hill. He still doesn't want your Majesty to risk your life to save his.
大胆勾践！吴国的事情，岂能容你妄言？
Guo Zhang, how dare you? Who are you to comment on the affairs of the Kingdom of Niig?
你根本不知道山上有多惨烈，整座虎丘已经不是人事了。难道你要我眼睁睁看着大王去送死吗？
Look at the eyes, oh my! You don't know how dangerous it is right now at the top of the hill. Tiger Hill is no longer in the realm of mortals. I don't want to watch your Majesty die. Shut up. Okay. With that beautiful line, I'm gonna go ahead and end the episode here. With a prominent shut up. So thank you very much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you later.